You got to talk about there's too many snakes on this plane. Like, you got to explain that. You know that scene from, what's it called? Snakes on a Plane?
Yeah, no one actually saw the movie, I feel like.
Dude,
everyone knows the line, but nobody saw the movie.
fucking bad. He plays the same character in every single movie,
like
and it kills me.
I like
you
Samuel.
like Samuel?
Yeah, I did. You don't like him? Dude,
I think he's overrated. Yeah,
I'm not rating him. I'm just saying I like him.
Yeah. Everyone's turning on me. I just feel that way, okay? Has it started Ryan?
Yeah, we're in it.
Okay, fine.
Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson and Black Tom Cruise.
Right. I think he had some good roles. Actually, I think probably his best role, I don't know if you guys saw the movie Do the Right Thing, where he was the radio DJ.
Nope.
Anyone? No. You're from Brooklyn, bro? And you haven't watched it?
No.
You don't watch any Spike Lee shit?
No.
So I watch, like, I'm from Toronto. And so I watched, like, Toronto directors. There's this guy like David Cronenberg. He did A Brief History of Violence with Viggo Mortensen. So I'll watch more like directors that are from the area. No?
Nothing.
Not at all. And you're an aspiring actor. What if he sees you in one of the videos? Let's just say he sees one of Larry's videos or like Nick Kiger's videos. And he's like, you know what? That guy's like really motivational when he's spotting someone. I want him. And then he finds out.
What's your favorite movie of mine?
Yeah.
That's the
I'm saying do the right thing.
This is like a cheat code for you now. So you wanted to be Otis, an actor.
Want to be an actor,
yes. But why? Like, you make it seem like a long lost dream, and that sounds sad.
Well, I don't know. I guess the weightlifting thing, I'm trying to get into that now, and hopefully that will inspire me to become, I guess, a background actor, like you said, or something like that.
Yeah, a stuntman or something.
Yeah, stuntman.
Yeah. Have you gone through some of the audition stuff?
Not as much, not really. It's been a while. Like I said, it's been a while.
That's what turned me off. Like, because I went to like art school my whole life, and I always thought
He
about
always
it.
brings this up.
We're talking about acting.
Dude, no, just the art school.
Because
I understand.
So if we're talking about acting, why would I mention that I went to school for acting?
Yeah.
That's not like we're talking about.
No, I get it.
We're not talking about food. And I said, paint.
Bro, I'm just over here drinking my coconut water. Go on.
And so I always thought the same thing. I was like, oh, yeah, that would be cool to be in movies or be in TV shows or whatever. But then talking to dudes that went through the process, I'm like, I'm out.
That audition,
just every day. Yeah, I'm out. No, and
how many roles did you audition for, like, roughly? Was this, like, mainly more in your 20s, or was this, like, up until recently?
This was up in the lower 20s.
Okay.
They auditioned for one role.
Okay. And then, what was it, like a standard role you auditioned for, or was it like just the main actor? Did you have a vision in your mind of who you wanted to play, or
basically like a background actor?
Yeah.
Okay.
But even that, you had to stay there all day long.
Yeah.
It wasn't even worth my time.
Yeah.
Did you have any awkward experiences with auditioning?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Because I heard they want to see your range, so they want to see what you can do. So they might say, like, just for even like a minor role, they might make you do some silly shit. Is what I've heard. I've never actually auditioned myself.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Well, they just want to see my face. That's it, basically.
Yeah.
Give me some silly faces real quick, and that was it.
Yeah. And you don't think you'll pick it up again?
Probably not now. Probably might be later on, but not right now.
Because you say this, but I see Larry over here.
Yeah,
and
the Black Superman.
He's going to be auditioning for One Punch Man. He wants to play the role. I see you, bro. You're going to shave the head.
It's coming.
You have Larry Wheels in the house, looking swole as hell. I see you, Otis is sitting just chilling, we're sitting just chilling, and you just kind of have that casual bicep flex. That's how I know you're a bodybuilder at heart.
Yeah, tides have changed.
It's killing me. I can't see my reflection in
Oh, yeah. No, you look, don't worry. We got the video. You're looking great. One Punch Man is something you told me just via text. I think it's an awesome show. Have you watched One Punch Man at all?
No.
Damn. Okay, so it's just going to be me and Larry in this, but that's fine. You got a poster of One Punch Man.
I do.
In your place. Okay.
Can you explain to the world what One Punch Man is? Yeah, you can't
So what is, we watch some anime, what is One Punch Man, if you had to explain it?
Let's see. I want to say One Punch Man is like the new age Goku. You know, growing up, Goku was like my hero.
Yeah.
You know, but the One Punch Man, the main character's named Saitama, and
he's in this, Larry knows. Okay,
he's like this overpowered hero that is tired of defeating all his enemies in literally one punch.
Yeah.
And
he's like too powerful, it gets boring for him.
Right. He's literally sick and tired of being too strong. Like he's like waiting for this one villain to show up and give him a fair battle, and it just never happens.
Yeah.
Well, give us a definition of anime.
So anime is usually from Japan, and it's just a cartoon that, you know, has that's made into a series that is a variety of different plots. There's no one overarching anime. Like you don't have to have like a hero. There's not one subgenre. There's many different genres. It's just a classification of
Japanese animation.
Yeah, animated cartoon from Japan.
All right, fair.
Yeah. So that is bang on the money. What's so cool about it? Because I grew up. Did you grow up watching Dragon Ball Z? Anyone else?
No.
Or were you in your art school? What were you doing with your life, Otis?
Football.
Oh, your football?
Yeah, football,
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's different, obviously different generations, but then even within those generations, me and Omar are similar age. I think we're a little bit older than Larry, just a hair younger than you. But like, I grew up like watching Ninja Turtles or something. Like Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z wasn't like a thing.
Let's just settle this right now. Everyone here has watched Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Otis, don't.
Yeah.
Okay, Larry, a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay, so let's.
Yeah, he might be too young.
Let's easily pick right now. There's only one right answer. Who the best Ninja Turtle is? Larry, start.
You put him on the spot.
No, he's the leader. He has a boring personality. Otis, don't let me down.
I have to go Michelangelo.
That's not a bad choice.
I'm going with Raphael.
Yeah, those are the only two acceptable answers for sure. Donatello is the nerdy dude. He just sounds annoying. He has the coolest color, purple, but he's the most annoying. Leonardo, because he's the leader, they rob him of his personality. Michelangelo is the life of the party, and Raphael is kind of the moody, cool, independent one.
The hipster.
Yeah, if you ever watch have you watched the live action one from like the 90s, like the first one?
Oh, that's way before my time.
Dude, okay. Because it's actually way darker than people remember.
No, it's amazing.
Raphael gets put in a fucking coma. He gets his ass kicked, and they don't know if he's going to live or die.
Well, and that's the whole thing. They talk about like kids getting brought into basically a cult. Like they just describe cults, and that becomes the Shredder's army.
No, I actually think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is like one of the ones that still holds up. Dragon Ball, I remember when it first came out, was like maybe not when it came out. When it came over here, it's like from the 90s in Japan. But it was a bit kids on the fucking playground were trying to fight each other. As soon as that thing came out, trying to like throw like Kamehameha. Like, it was amazing, dude. But I think like One Punch Man, it's kind of it's really relevant for a lot of different reasons. One, it's very self-aware, like the jokes that it makes and all those things. Like the idea that he's so strong that it's boring is just kind of a cool plot twist where he always thinks he's going to have some sort of challenge and it never happens. And unlike, Goku trains really hard to be the best from Dragon Ball. Like he's always doing push-ups, he's doing this, he's doing that. He's training under like crazy gravity. In One Punch Man, he says when everyone wants to know, like, how did you become the most powerful being in the world? What does he say, Larry?
Push-ups?
Yeah.
And sit-ups.
Yeah. So he did the most basic routine, and everyone's like underwhelmed because like, wait a second, you did 100 push-ups a day and 100 sit-ups? Like everyone does that. Why? Like he doesn't even know why he's so strong. So it's like silly, but also really entertaining. The question, because I think a lot of our listeners probably have watched One Punch Man, and I want you to try and settle this because I have my opinion. But like the classic matchup, people talk Batman versus Superman for comic books, would be Saitama versus Goku. Who do you think? I think I know who I'd pick, but
I want to say Saitama because he's made to be undefeatable.
100%. I think absolutely, dude. Yeah. My favorite, you saw the last episode of One Punch Man where like the ship lands and like the final guy, he thinks it's just going to be a hard battle and he just once again defeats him. Like he's undefeated, bro. He's immortal. Have you guys watched any anime at all or?
No, I don't watch anime at all.
Otis, what do you watch?
I just watch sports.
Just sports. Okay. Like football you said mainly or?
Football, basketball.
Okay.
Jets guy?
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, what's the New York
Jets,
scene like? Because I know there's like different, depending upon the area or whatever where you live. Like maybe either you're a Jets fan or like you're a Giants fan. Is that like right?
Mostly Brooklyn, I think is mostly formed as Giants fans.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, football like in Canada, like we do hockey a little bit and we try and get in football. We have this thing, the CFL, where it's like football, like your NFL, but just lighter and less intense, and they get paid a fraction, so it never became.
Yeah,
as popular.
you get all our rejects.
Yeah,
NFL rejects.
Everyone that gets washed up. What was I hearing about the XFL?
I heard it's coming back.
Yeah, I heard it's coming back also too. Yeah, Mr. McMahon's trying to make a comeback.
It's a
Vince
perfect.
McMahon is the one that's doing it.
So he did.
You
He did
guys
it the
watch
first
wrestling at all, or?
So I'm watching new wrestling. I don't like it. It's not the same like it used to.
Yeah, you need
always.
Triple H in there.
Yeah.
Are you talking Triple H or are we talking the Hulk era,
Oh,
bro?
both.
Macho
A little bit
Man,
of both.
Randy
A little bit of
Savage.
both.
Okay.
A little bit of both.
So you don't have one particular area that you're a bigger fan of?
No, not really.
Let me ask you guys a frank question. I see you have different tastes in everything. I'm talking with you about anime, then I'm talking like sports with you. How did you guys meet? How did you guys just start lifting quickly?
Well, we met years ago at Coliseum.
Okay.
And I think
what's Coliseum?
Coliseum Gym in Queens.
Okay.
And I first saw him, got introduced to Larry, and they were saying that Larry's a strong kid. You know, at the time, I'm deadlifting 600 pounds. I'm thinking
you think you're the shit. Yeah,
I think I'm top shit.
Yeah.
So Larry looks at me and says, "Hey, how you doing?" I just look at him like, just shook my head. What's up?
Yeah, little Larry.
Little Larry. Yeah.
So when we deadlift, I'm doing my 600 for like a top set.
Yeah.
And I see him doing it for reps, and I said, "There's something wrong here.
Yeah.
There's something wrong here. I'm the top dog here.
Yeah, I can't let this happen."
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm done. Are you going up? Say, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was like, there's something wrong here.
How many years ago was that around?
That was like, what, 4 or 5 years ago, bro?
4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, because it's always interesting when that happens. The gym that I train at Fortis Fitness, I went from being like whatever. It was like a smaller gym when I first went there 6 years ago. I was like maybe number 7 in terms of the strongest people there. Yeah. But just more strong motherfuckers have come every single year, and now I'm like number 50. And it's like it's really disappointing to be dethroned the strongest person at the gym that you go to.
That's just how it happens, though. Like, this sport is growing so freaking fast. Like,
very quick.
Yeah, I mean, the raw revolution, and then the talent pool is.
Crazy.
Yeah, so much bigger than it used to be, even 4 years ago.
Oh man, like the records are just falling. There's a lot of records. Like you have, Larry, 2 records, right? The 242 and the 275.
Right.
Yeah, category. And like these
308's next.
308 is next.
What do you weigh at right now? Because you're preparing for a bodybuilding show.
I'm 260 right now. Coach wants me around 250.
So you're 260 right now. Wait, what? But you competed. This is blowing my. So you're 1 week out from your show,
right?
And you're 260.
I am 260.
What are you about 6'2", 6'3"?
6'1".
Oh,
6'2" on Instagram.
Oh, so you want to? So
fair.
you see that? Okay, so I gotta go on a quick aside here. You see all too often, Mike. Like we meet a lot of people that are in YouTube fitness, like all that stuff, and everyone always over exaggerates, right?
Yeah.
It's like okay, like how tall are you? And everyone said the go-to line was like 5'9". So I'm not gonna name names of people that I've met and we've met, but they would say stuff like it was like, oh, how tall in a profile? They say 5'9". Well, I'm over 5'9". I'm less than 5'10". It's like just almost 5'10". So I'd say yeah, I'm 5'9", and I see these dudes and they're up to my chin. I'm like, what are you guys? And everyone just has everyone has that height. I'm like, everybody's lying. I appreciate that you said like 6'1", because everyone says like 6'3", 6'4", like whatever. They always add a few inches.
Depends what the mood I'm in.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
okay, so you're sitting down. You're talking about One Punch Man. You got to be humble because you want to like train to beat him.
That's right.
Yeah. On the platform, you feel like you're 6'6".
Right. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. I was going to say that it's also interesting to me when we take a look at powerlifting, how like with the raw revolution, how far it's gone. Just quickly to talk about that, because like I don't know when you guys first started lifting. Like Otis, you're a little older. How long ago was that?
When I first started, I guess like a couple years before I met him.
Okay, so what, maybe a decade ago?
Yeah, probably a decade.
Yeah, roughly like that. Because I remember like powerlift, like no one was doing powerlifting. Like it wasn't even a thing.
It
like,
wasn't even a thing. Most of you see is like that multiply stuff I would see, but it wasn't even that big to me neither.
Yeah, especially on the East Coast. Multiply is still probably even semi-relevant out here, where West Coast multiply wasn't even ever a thing. Powerlifting is a very Southern sport or Midwest sport. A little bit of East Coast sport. Even lifting weights out here is way more common in general than in California, I feel like. Like, guys I run into out here are like, oh yeah, my dad taught me how to bench press. No one ever says that in California. Like maybe my dad taught me how to play football or throw a ball or play sports or whatever. But like lifting weights out here is such a different culture in itself.
It's real underground.
Yeah.
What would you say the difference? Because have you traveled? Like Larry, you've gone to California,
right?
For a bit. Like, what would you say the difference is in terms of the vibes of you train in Mount Vernon between like a New York gym and maybe like a California gym? Do you see a difference at all, or they all kind of feel the same?
Definitely when I go to California and feel it's more about image, like bodybuilding, fitness, physique. Yeah. And then when I come back over here, it's more like functional strength, just more like Olympic lifting and powerlifting over here for sure.
Yeah, because I was going to say, what about the vibe of the cities? Because for me, like just taking a look at the city here in New York, I've only been in Manhattan now for 2 days, but I was in Brooklyn for 4. I've been to LA a lot of times. I know, Larry, your girlfriend's from, LA. But LA is a big city. It's not my cup of tea. Overall, I think there's a lot of positivity. But I was going to say that like New York has different vibes depending upon where you go. For me, Brooklyn, where we stayed, I forget I think it was like Williamsburg. It was called.
Yeah.
Really cool, really chill. Reminds me of Toronto. Like everyone's kind of friendly. There's a lot of cool spots to go to. We came, me and my videographer, Else yesterday, and we're in Manhattan, and he's like, "This is super busy." Like everyone's like a little rude, like that.
What's the area? It's the area we're in too. Like right now,
Yeah.
we're in like Times Square of Manhattan.
Yeah.
Like you go a little more south, it's a little different.
Yeah, it's definitely a little more different.
Very corporate here. Everyone's in a rush.
Yeah.
Everyone had to like get out of my way. I need to get to where I'm going.
Yeah.
And in California, it's definitely more laid back. I mean, my girlfriend's Californian, and she definitely takes her time with everything. And when you talk to a typical New Yorker, it's like, I want it done yesterday.
Yeah. You want to go like somewhere else. You have to go somewhere else. You have to feel. You always feel like you have to be somewhere. And I think it's maybe just the amount of people, like how concentrated it is, where you feel that pressure. Like I feel like I could. Like the thoughts of everyone else is like invading my brain when I'm walking down the street because everyone it just feels like that psychic pressure, you know.
Everyone says people in California are nice though, and I find the opposite. Like heading out here, like people may be like a colder outer shell out here, but once you start to talk to them, like they want to jab it up. Like
I think people are people wherever you go.
I don't know. LA people, I think LA a lot of people in certain areas of LA are actually just dickheads. Like they're not the people, but they're not the people from LA.
Larry's girlfriend is nodding her head in agreement.
That too, but she's from LA. It's the people that move to LA.
Yeah,
it's the type of person that wants to move to LA.
That's a good point.
I think there's something about that, you know. And so you're like talking to them, and you can tell like this person doesn't care what I just said, or they didn't even hear what I just said. We're like here, if we end up at a grocery store down here and we start talking about steaks with the butcher, like that fool will talk your ear off. You just have to like break that harder outer shell and get over like maybe their dialect that sounds harsh, but they're not harsh. It's just how they talk.
I think maybe also people in New York, this is just like kind of the experience. They want to be here. Like this is the place or they grew up here, and so they feel comfortable. There's not that sense. There's an urgency of where they want to go. They want to be busy. But like in LA, I think not everyone, a lot of people are trying to be something maybe they're not. Like they're aspiring to be, right? They're trying to be like an actor, this or that, and they think they have to change. And I know a few people just over the years that moved down there that their personality as a whole has kind of changed.
Yeah, depending on the areas. You head to the beach in LA, that's a little different story. If you're hanging on Manhattan Beach, it's a little more chilled.
Yeah. Speaking of Hollywood, I was just going to say, Otis, I want you to know, I think The Rock is getting up there in age, so I wouldn't give up on your acting dreams. I'm just saying.
I was going to say Larry. Maybe Larry needs to head to the WWE.
Yeah, you're right.
Would you ever? So
you got that look, bro.
Do you know what would be your shtick though? You watch wrestling at all, or just a little bit?
A little bit.
All right. So you know, like everybody needs like you have to have a look. So you have the hair, the outfit, the attitude. What would be your thing? You think?
I'm familiar with Kane from, I don't know what era that is.
Yeah, he's still around. You would wear a mask.
I wouldn't wear a mask, but it would be similar to that. Okay. He never says a word. Yeah. And then he's sort of like his special move was just the choke slam, right?
Yeah, choke slam's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Choke slam's pretty good.
Because he's like so tall, like he could just pick someone up.
Choke slam's pretty good.
Who was the lifter that became a wrestler that was like big for a while?
Mark Henry?
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
Who was
a lifter? The strongest man that's ever walked the goddamn planet?
You got
Mark fucking Henry?
Just insanely strong.
Yeah, literally dominated every sport ever from throwing to weightlifting.
Yeah, I want to take a little side curve here because I actually want both of you guys to reveal something about yourself that most people would not know. I'll do too, Mike. You have to do it as well.
I don't know. People don't know.
Maybe if they just take a look at you, they wouldn't think you'd be either interested in it or something about you. Maybe you're passionate about. I'll give you an example. Like Larry, you might be the biggest right now Fall Out Boy fan, and no one would know. You know, you might
say Fall Out Boy.
My Chemical Romance might speak to your soul, and everyone's like, My Chemical Romance. I didn't think you're an emo teen. I don't know. Like, do you have anything that like maybe you're passionate about? Like I play, so I'll go. I'll start out. Jazz. I love jazz. I play jazz piano. You know.
Yeah, but look at you.
What do you mean?
You look like a jazz guy.
What's that? You're the one that went to the art school, bro. You went to Waldorf.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I don't run around looking like an art school kid.
And what about me says that?
You look very cultured.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment.
The liking jazz isn't an insult either, and going to art school is an insult. You say it like it's a bad thing. Like, I'm sorry, I had a good education. My bad. Blame me. Blame me for having a mom that worked her ass off to give me a good education.
Oh, I take it back.
Yeah.
So, Larry, what would you say? It could be a few things too.
Yeah. Well, the first thing that comes to my mind, people probably wouldn't assume. I'm a real home theater enthusiast, so I have like a projector set up at home.
Okay.
A few recliners, like 150-inch screen, and I like to just smoke and watch the movie. I'm a real homebody. I don't like being out much.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't like to go out.
Yeah.
Do you get a little like anxiety when you go, or you're just like, is it the hustle and bustle of New York in particular, or just you rather just be home? You're kind of introverted.
I would say introvert. I just prefer being home and comfortable.
Yeah.
And then when I think of things to do in the city, I mean, all I think about is eating and working out.
Sure.
But when I'm home, you know, I'm on the internet. I watch a movie or Netflix. I hang out with my girlfriend. I spend most of my days with her.
Yeah.
And then it just feels like she's my best friend. So we feel most comfortable at home. You know, and I don't think most people, when they look at me and they hear my age and what I look like, they assume maybe I'm out and about every day, or maybe I don't know what people think about when they first meet me. You know,
So you're a sappy guy. I get it. Okay, I'm getting it. Is it so? I'm thinking like in your home theater setup, like maybe you're playing like Transformers, like Star Wars. But now I'm feeling like you guys are watching like
Notebook.
You Got Mail, the Notebook. Is that true? Sleepless in Seattle. What is it? We need to hear from her.
Yeah, what's the go-to right now? Series or movies? What's the go-to right now?
Is it a TV series or is it a movie? When you say your projector, like do you do Netflix or?
Definitely. I have a 4K player, and I definitely pay close attention to the picture. I'm always blown away by what the projector can do.
Really?
So I like paying close attention to like the detail, and the contrast, and the colors, and all that. That's fascinating to me. And then for Netflix, I like keeping on track with Black Mirror.
Okay. You watched the latest season?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I feel like every season gets better and better.
Sure, I would agree with that. You haven't watched Black Mirror?
I have.
I watched,
not all of it, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've watched it over like 3 times by now. I mean,
the entire series.
Yeah.
I haven't watched, and I would request no spoilers for Game of Thrones because I will eventually watch it. But I heard it's killer.
Yeah, I'm a little behind in Game of Thrones too.
Yeah. I heard now that the series is ahead of the books.
Probably.
But the dude also, what's his name? George R. Martin, the writer, where he's getting up there in age. Like he needs to end the series, but he's also getting super old. So is he going to die first? And he's also super overweight. So it's like, is he going to die before he finishes the series? You
just called the man's death.
No, I don't wish death upon him at all. I want him to like for his own sake and all that stuff to finish it. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so that's one. Otis, go on.
I would say, well, first off, my real name is Otis Perkins.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows.
Not the Black Tom Cruise.
I found that out from Larry just before. Yeah, the legendary Black Tom Cruise, the world's best spotter. I feel like maybe some of that comes from football. I'm not sure though, but just like encouraging because like football players, I trained at the University of Windsor with the football team. Everyone was super positive. Like super positive.
I guess that's the way it is too. The encouragement playing football and stuff like that, playing a team sport. You always want to encourage somebody to keep it moving.
Yeah.
I guess it's human nature. You just need that little push.
Yeah.
To it.
I do think there's a huge difference in mentality of people that played a lot of team sports growing up and people that didn't. Like just being part of something bigger than yourself. Like there's difference between someone who did long jump and someone who's on a basketball or football team. Just like, yeah, I'll do what I have to do to make this win, and then this guy's like, no, I'm focused on me. And even powerlifting, is kind of in between there because people typically are pretty unselfish in powerlifting, although it's an individual sport.
Yeah, you're right.
Otis, we need that reveal, bro. You said something that people wouldn't know about, like just maybe like taking a look at you, or like if they hear you're really into football, they wouldn't think. You mentioned acting, and like, do you want to do acting to be big, or do you want to do acting because you feel it expresses something from yourself? You understand?
You know what? I would think I would do it to be big.
You would do it to be big?
I would do it to be big.
Okay, so it's more commercial. Okay.
It's more commercial, yeah.
So tell me then something that people wouldn't know about you.
I always wanted a bunny rabbit as a pet.
See, Larry, you went kind of like projector, which is like, that is very cool. And that you're basically a cinephile, it'd be called, where you care about the movie. That is super deep. A bunny rabbit.
Yeah, a bunny rabbit.
A bunny rabbit. Yeah. Now no one's going to be able to look at you. I think that's great.
Where do you get a pet in New York?
Yeah, can you even own a bunny rabbit in New York?
I know people have dogs and stuff, but even that seems weird to me. Obviously, I grew up in kind of like the suburbs in a smaller city. Like
how would you
everyone has
it, man?
Everyone has a dog, so we got a backyard, and you just let it go run around. But like here, I can't imagine having a big, even in this place, this Airbnb is pretty big, but I would never have like a Labrador in here. I feel like the poor little thing's trapped.
On the 41st floor.
Yeah, a bunny makes more sense for New York.
So why a bunny?
Throw it in a cage, let it kick it.
Something about bunny rabbits I like. I don't know.
Just something about they're cute or something.
Yeah, they're cute and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have never said that on my Instagram. But
yeah, you're like, wait, where's this going?
Now you just said it to millions of people.
Now you're going too deep. You're feeling comfortable here. You're saying things about yourself that maybe you wouldn't. I was gonna say, I think that's a different pet. The pet, if I could own one, I don't think you can, especially in Toronto. It's different. Would be a pygmy goat. I don't know. Have you guys ever seen like a pygmy goat? They're like small goats.
Yeah.
They have so much personality.
California, probably.
Really?
Yeah, I think a lot of goats and pigs are more like similar to dogs.
Yeah,
like personality wise.
Yeah, pig, not a goat though.
No, pigs. Pigs personality wise are very much like a dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted a dog, but then my parents got me a gerbil, so that was like, it was not the same thing. I was like, they're like, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, a dog, and they're like, okay,
gerbil.
Cool, here's a gerbil. It's like such a dagger. You just open it and you're supposed to be excited, but I wasn't really. Mike, you go on.
I don't know, man, because I've shared so much on so many podcasts and videos. A lot of people know things,
but maybe I haven't watched it. Maybe we don't know.
I hate all critters. I'm very frightened of them all. Snakes and things.
Like, can you kill one? Like, let's say there's like a snake in here and you're
no,
by yourself.
I'm not killing a snake. No.
Like, not even throwing a shoe at it.
No, a snake? What the hell is that going to do? That's why they're so scary. That thing will kill you.
Yeah.
That'll bite through your shoe and fucking kill you. I would hide in my room. For a snake?
Jeez. I don't have that at all. But yeah, okay.
So snake you hang around a rattlesnake, that thing will fucking kill you, bro.
A rattlesnake, bro?
Yeah.
If it bites you, all you gotta do is go to the hospital. Like I'm pretty sure like you have like an hour or whatever.
Yeah, you have an hour or whatever. Yeah, you have an hour or whatever. Yeah, you have an hour.
A lot of time.
So a kid on my campus.
Okay.
It's right by the river in Sacramento, and so there's rattlesnakes everywhere. A baby didn't know, and it grabbed a rattlesnake, it turned around and snapped at it. Bit this like 5-year-old. They had to helicopter that thing to Davis.
Did he?
I think he ended up being fine, but a helicopter, an hour or something. That shit will kill you.
I sense the panic.
That's not like, an ant's on me. You have an hour or something.
Yeah,
a goddamn rattlesnake will kill you.
Yeah, I don't talk about like my origins or anything, but I'll just say that my father grew up in a basically a jungle environment, and like where he grew up just had a lot of shit that would kill you at the drop of a hat. Like hairy caterpillars. Like he one time touched one and then he had a fever for a week. He like in the pond that they would bathe in, like there's piranhas. Like he had a piranha just like take out a piece of his gut. Like just like things like he was in the jungle like as a kid growing up. Everything wants to kill you.
I think worms that crawl up your penis.
Oh yeah, have you heard about that? No,
Buddy,
you should not.
These guys are from the city. Stay in Manhattan.
Stuff. Yeah. So
you watch enough Planet Earth, you learn some shit.
Yeah. So growing up, I heard all these sorts of things of like different. Did any of you guys that grew up not in America at all, or like both?
Larry's got the interesting stories. You got any stories from where you grew up a little bit?
Oh, where did you grow up?
A little bit. When I was 12 to 15, I lived in St. Martin. It's a French, Dutch, Caribbean island.
Did you ever learn to speak French? Or
no, I was stubborn. I was an idiot. I didn't want to learn. I thought French was corny. And
we had to take French. So we had to take French in in Canada. So my first French teacher, dude, I hated her because she just had this like stuck up attitude, and every time you'd mispronounce something, like she would just get so mad. So I swore it off, and then as a result, I actually did terrible in French like all throughout my education. So I just
call her out. What's her name? She ruined your whole career.
I can't even remember. I just remember my mom came to the school because like she made me sit outside because I continued to talk or whatever, and my mom yelled at her, and I was just like, "Yeah, you damn right." But yeah, so St. Martin, and then it's largely French speaking, or do they also speak English, or were you shit out of luck?
Shit out of luck, especially the part I was living. I lived right on the water in one of the more residential areas, not in like the touristy resort area.
Sure.
So all of my friends spoke maybe 10 words of English, and it went on like 2-3 years.
Are there any critters out there? There's got to be something scary. Sharks or something.
What was there? A ton of ants.
Yeah.
And
like army ants, the ones, or just like big old ants?
Just like army ants, like red ants.
Yeah.
And what else? And then the water. So I'd be in the water every day. And then you do have to worry about like
sharks,
barracudas.
Oh, yeah. Dude, yeah. Because people, you know what, like here, like kind of in the West, we always hear like people talk about like, oh, like nature's so tranquil, so this and that. And I'd hear all these stories from my father, like growing up, which made me like not fear anything outside. Because he's like I would play outside with my brother all the time. And he's like, you're fine. Like we would go to like the local ravine. He's like, nothing's going to try and kill you. You're fine. And he would like list off 20 different things that would want to kill you in the jungle. And like, I think some people don't realize that. Like, yeah, you go in the water, you might go in the water and you might not make it out alive, you know? It's just one of those things. You never got attacked by like any animal or anything like that? Like how long did you live there for?
I lived there for like 3 years.
Okay, yeah.
And the worst thing I got when I was there was an infection. I was under the dock. I got cut. I got a staph infection.
Yeah,
I could have lost my arm if I didn't have antibiotics.
Yeah, staph's real.
Yeah.
Where would Larry be if that happened to him now?
I'd still be there.
I would still be a one-arm barbell.
One jacked arm.
Yeah. Man, yeah, it's crazy because Mike, I feel you go to like the worst possible scenario where you said the worms that crawl up like your penis, which like is it
Planet Earth 2 or some shit just came out. I was watching some weird stuff.
Yeah, I think it's the worst. You guys, I'm sure, like in New York, like in California, you got like science centers and stuff where you could go to. Those are the worst for kids because they had this whole section on diseases.
Yeah,
and they like. I'm just gonna say one of them, and I don't know if you guys will get grossed out. I forget what they're called, what type of fly, but like it's some type of shit that could grow in your skin.
Yeah, I heard about that. They pop out and stuff like that. Right?
Dude, I'm out. Like I'd rather take on a lion that's ravenous than have that shit in my skin like any day of the week.
Yeah, I agree. That's the same thing though. You go on like WebMD and you're just like, fuck, dude, I have cancer, scoliosis.
You're ever sick and you're like, well, I've never had this cough before. Let me Google it. And you do WebMD, it's like you're dying.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all. So you never had anything like super crazy happen to you out there? Just like that staph infection?
I was chased down by a stray dog. There's all that stray dogs over there, and that's pretty terrifying.
Yeah. Especially when you're gonna say
when you're like 13,
Yeah.
tiny,
Yeah.
you don't know what to do.
Even now, I mean, shit. If a German Shepherd comes after me, I'm not happy about that.
dude, those things are trained to kill.
Yeah, like big dogs.
Have you guys ever heard of? I think it's called. No, it definitely is called that. A Caucasian Shepherd. They're like the biggest dog I think in the world. So we got what's a big dog? There's like a Saint Bernard or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like big
Great
dogs.
Dane.
Dude, this thing is 200 pounds. Yeah. It's 80% Larry.
Yeah.
Like it's like the real deal where the thing, like if you all you gotta do is Google it, Caucasian or Georgian Shepherd, it's called. It's massive. Like it's the biggest, you can't even get them here in the West because I think it's like A, it's illegal, or like B, they're so big that like this house, it would tear up everything in this house. But yeah, those things will fuck you up. I think they were bred. I don't want to say something crazy, but I'm just going to say what I think it is, and maybe someone can fact check me, like Ryan or something. I think they were bred to like hunt bears. Or something.
That's a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. There's an
You know how crazy that is?
Yeah, there's an Argentinian dogo that was like bred for stuff like that and bred for the army. It's like 150 pounds or 100 pounds, but it's just like it looks like a white lion.
Yeah,
like this thing's a dog.
Yeah.
Jesse Norris just got one actually.
Really?
Yeah, he posted about it.
I thought he had another. He had one dog before, and then he got another one.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
but he has a dogo. I know that. But same thing, like a Brazilian Mastiff.
Yeah,
like that thing literally looks like it'll just rip your. It looks like a lion. Looks
and then we got Otis over here that just wants a bunny.
Dude, I don't blame you. You can still, the bunny won't kill you. The bunny won't kill you.
The dream happen, bro.
I always wanted a ferret. Because there was some cartoon I watched as a kid. I'm sure, like kid, you know, like a 5-year-old cartoon or something. And this ferret was fucking awesome, and is like friends with this kid. But then you hear about them, and they bite people all the time, and they have rabies all the time. And then I don't think they're legal in California, but they're legal in Nevada and Oregon. And I went to a pet store in Oregon, and they have them in the store to buy, whatever. And they just smell like shit, like actual shit.
You think these animals are like super cool? I heard dude.
Yeah, I thought it was a Pokemon. You know, I was like, this thing's gonna be sick. I just sit on my shoulder, just kick it.
Larry, we can't be friends if you didn't play Pokemon. Do you play Pokemon at all?
He's too young.
He's too young. Dude, they have new generations.
Yeah,
you don't play video games, so you play like you watch anime, but like no video games or some
video games. Right now, I'm waiting for God of War, but that's the only game I care about right
now.
What
was the first console and like games you played?
The Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast was cool. What were some of the games you played? Was it like Soul Calibur, Jet Set Radio, or like
Soul Calibur?
Yeah,
I love Soul Calibur.
Yeah, I played a little. Soul Calibur.
That one's still good. Like I still like some of the old school. Like straight up, my brother's into like older games. So he has some of the old systems. We don't have a Dreamcast, but we have the one before, a Sega Saturn.
Yeah,
where like some of those old school
Sega
games.
Saturn's pretty good. There's some game on there. It was like a first person shooter with power ups. Yeah, I don't know. I never owned that system. My neighbor did. And you get power-ups, and you're kind of going through the swamp blasting. I don't know. It was like an arcade game. It was sick, though.
Someone would be able to tell you.
Yeah.
I remember.
It was sick.
I'm just like, kids today don't have it. Well, I remember, dude, Blockbuster, you could go in. Like, you could go into Best Buy. It's cool, too. You could try out a new game. But there's something about, like, they had it at Blockbuster and also some local video game stores. I remember. So you got the Dreamcast. Well, it first came out in Japan. So then someone else would bring it over here, and it would be like the first time anyone ever saw it. And there'd be a lineup outside of, just the place.
It was $3.99. You rent it for 10 days or whatever, and you just get to play it, beat it, and return it. That was the best thing ever. Not pay $80 for a freaking game.
I remember the first time I ever saw 3D. So a guy brought over a demo of Mario 64.
Oh yeah.
And I was playing like Genesis once again, so it's 2D, and my mind was I'm gonna say the last kids today, but they don't understand the 2D to 3D change and how mind blowing it was. I'm telling you, it's next level.
What's the system now, Larry? What you got?
If it is
PC
PS4,
or what?
It can't be
PC Master Race, right?
Oh, your PC. Okay.
Xbox One.
Xbox One.
I'm a big Tekken fan.
Oh, okay. Oh, Tekken. Yeah.
See, that's now we know why you guys are friends. The bond's starting to build. First we're like two strangers. Now they're friends.
Perfect each other into So you said PC Master Race. Is there in particular like some PC games that you can't get on PS4 that you play, or like Xbox One, or is it like you just prefer to play it on your PC because you got those souped up specs?
I prefer to play on the PC in 4K, and it's not the same on the console. Yeah. That MMOs, I used to be addicted to MMOs.
Well, here we go. Okay, hold on, wait.
You lost me.
Are we talking? So what's an MMO?
A massively multiplayer online.
Oh, like World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. Yeah. So which one?
Warcraft.
I want to hear some like crazy shit from you where you're like huge into. I don't know if you know this game called Second Life.
No, I've heard of it.
Second Life.
Yeah, so it's like
Sims,
it's
right?
a life simulator.
Yeah.
Which one was it for you?
First, it was World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that's everyone's. Yeah,
I never played it, but it looks dope.
Yeah,
and then it went to Ion Online.
Okay,
and then Korean MMO like Blade and Soul most recently.
Yeah.
What's coming out now?
What do you call it? MMO?
Have you tried Guild Wars at all?
Yeah, Guild Wars 2.
That's cool.
I
Yeah.
didn't do the first one.
No, the second one's better. I played a little bit of that. That's not bad. Yeah.
But right now, I'm just playing Overwatch. And
Overwatch looks dope. I haven't played it. There's I didn't know the term MMO, but I know those type of games. I didn't play a lot of them. But there's a new one, like a pirate one coming out.
Really?
And you squad up with, because it's good. You could play with anybody, but you squad up with like 5 guys, and that's your ship.
Yeah.
And you go battle other ships. You can go missions to different islands and shit.
To islands.
Yeah, Prince of Thieves is called. It looks sick. Or
Dude.
Sea of Thieves? Don't quote me.
But
But it looks
it's one of those.
Yeah, it's dope.
The one. Have you guys ever heard of? I'm about to out nerd everyone. Have you ever heard of Star Citizen?
I have.
Larry, I knew it. As soon as you said you had a poster of One Punch Man on your wall, I'm like, I got this guy figured. We're like, okay, so Star Citizen, if it turns out, Mike, to be the MMO that it's supposed to be.
It's not out yet.
No, so it has a very complicated development history because it's so next level, dude. You're supposed to be able to go, I think, anywhere in the galaxy with any ship, land on any planet that you can see, board anyone else's ship.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Just like the craziest things you could do. And they did like a Kickstarter, and like a normal game, like someone announces, I want to make this game. Let's raise some funds. It's like, cool, here's like $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $5 million. People got so hyped for this game, it raised over $100 million. But it's been in development for like 6 years.
I just didn't know the name. What was the game we were talking about?
You and I? Like which? Just give me a hint.
I'm losing it. The Star Wars one. Jedi.
Knights of the Old Republic.
That was kind of that type of game, right? Kind of.
Well, there was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the online game.
Yeah, and that was supposed to be kind of.
It had a good.
How did they not redo that? That would crush.
Yeah, no, they
like if they had an open world and did like a Jedi game, it would crush it.
We were shitting on the latest Star Wars. Do you guys watch the latest Star Wars at all, or
no? Not Star Wars. Fans?
No, you're not Star Wars at all.
Not Star Wars fan.
No lightsaber. Okay, so more of a Goku guy. I'm just saying you didn't miss anything whatsoever. So when you said movies, so I think when I hear like home theater experience, honestly, Star Wars like comes to mind when you say you want 4K, the 150-inch screen. What are like some go-tos? Everyone has those like comfortable movies that you put on, like just like to chill. You know,
yeah. What's the movie that if I know people don't have cable anymore, but the reference if it's on cable, you'll watch it every time. Every single time you're gonna click on it. What's that movie?
I don't have cable.
I know that's what I mean. But if you have that one, what's the movie like when you're sick or you got zero to do? You're always going to watch the same shit.
That's a good question.
I got a few, but
I got a few too.
Yeah.
All right, hit us.
Fast and Furious.
Okay, yeah.
I think say the first one.
Yeah.
The first one.
Like you're on an airplane. Like what's your go-to? Fast and Furious is a great one.
Yeah. Okay.
Even all of them, like they get to be trash, quote unquote trash, but they're still entertaining.
Cheesy.
It's entertaining.
I like a good comedy, like if Dumb and Dumber's on.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber, amazing.
Yeah,
Wedding Crashers. I'm never gonna click past Wedding Crashers.
Yeah. Or
Old School.
The Hangover.
The Hangover. Great.
Yeah, that's an exact example.
Bruno made me hysterical.
Bruno's amazing.
Oh, Bruno. Yeah, you like what's the guy? Sacha Baron.
Yeah,
Cohen. Yeah. You ever watch his TV show back in the day?
Ali G.
Oh, Ali G.
Yeah,
that's really funny. Yeah. He kind of was like the first one to do what people do now, where like they'll interview
like a vlog.
They'll interview like serious
prank.
people too, and it's like a prank, and like the person doesn't know when he's interviewing, then he's making fun out of them.
Yeah. There was one he's interviewing like this like redneck like hunter guy or something, and he's like playing out a gay guy, typical gay guy. He's like, oh hi Daniel, hi. And the guy's like so serious trying to sell him a shotgun, fucking so funny. And it's totally raw.
Yeah, my favorite was the Bruno one where he went to like some beach, like let's just say like somewhere in California where there's all these young guys like on spring break and they're celebrating, and he's like, wow, look at all of these tough guys or whatever. And so he's talking to them and he's like, I'm live from Germany or like what, and so they're all getting excited thinking like, damn, like we're gonna be on this German TV show, cool. And they keep like just getting more hyped up, and he's like, all right boys, he's like, here's what I want you guys to do. Take off your shirts, and then you're all gonna jump down onto the same spot, pose, flex, and yell whatever. And so they do it one time, and he said, I need more passion. So he has them keep doing it, and once like they nail it, he's like, so for German gay TV or something, like these are the bum boys, he said, or something, and all of them just lost their shit. Was like, what TV show we're on? Like they were all just like super mad at him.
Yeah, some of that is amazing. What's the one before Bruno? Borat.
Borat was good.
Those are all great because they are like straight, like almost like vlogs. Like no one, it seemed, at least
it's raw.
It seemed like a lot of the scenes around that no one had a clue, just the two actors in it.
And there's some things that actually I do feel movies started first and then YouTube channels. Like, you guys ever watch prank channels on YouTube at all, or any pranks? I see the girlfriend nodding in the back. So some of the, like, I feel they're too choreographed, but like talking about stunts and stuff, the original shit was Jackass.
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah, they're revolutionary.
That just looked painful. Like, I don't know. Would you like
who famous director was part of that? Yeah.
Spike Jonze.
Yeah.
Spike Jonze.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Would you guys? So here's like a hypothetical, like just one of the things that they did. Like, would you? So a guy swallowed like a mini like truck, like just like a model truck that was like this big. He swallowed it, and then it went down. Like,
I thought did you hear about
that?
I thought they put it up,
no. So you put it up his ass.
Yeah, they shoved it up the back end. It came out the exit. Yeah, it came through the exit.
Yeah. But they did that just for like fun. I'm like, you could pay me like $50,000 and I wouldn't do that.
The issue is that they started like not mild, but like sledding off of a roof. Like, all right, like stupid, but not
crazy.
Where do you
go from there?
Yeah, or they started like cutting the in between their fingers with paper cut. And then you kind of get a laugh. And then they start to do then their mouth, and then they're doing their butthole. Like
it goes to extreme.
They had nowhere else to go. You can only be so creative, so they had to go extreme instead.
Yeah. I feel Larry has some undercover picks when it comes to movies where he's like he's afraid of revealing like his inner artist.
He's
going to reveal some like obscure French movie. Let's say so you watch a bunch of movies, but what are some of your favorites of the last like 10 years? Like just like you don't have to name number one, but like ones that you really enjoyed. Besides The Notebook.
That might be up there.
Yeah. Like I'd say, like for a lot of people, like, do you watch Interstellar at all?
Interstellar is a favorite,
bro.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like my genre movie.
Well, and what would you say that genre? Like
some kind of sci-fi. Yeah. Some kind of sci-fi that's not like like jump scares.
Yeah,
like that's not that. Like,
I like my fair share of jump scares as well. I like sci-fi, comedy. Those are my go-to genres. When I'm trying.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about jump scares for a second because I'm actually a horror buff. Like, what type of jump scares are we talking here?
Like It, you know.
Oh, you saw the latest. Do you like the latest It?
Insidious.
Yeah.
Sinister. I like Sinister a lot.
Dude, okay.
It's the first one, not the second.
No, dude, the second one sucks.
Yeah.
The first one. So I'm huge into horror. So this isn't jump scare, but I like. Do you ever like a movie where like a horror movie where it's not jump scares, but it kind of like the tension just keeps building? I'll give you an example. What's that? Is that suspense? Yeah, I'm like I can't think of the word. It Follows. Have you watched that one?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think of that one? It made me scared to hook up with anyone at all because like the demon, like there's a demon, like there's some sort of evil spirit, and whoever is infected with it, unless you have sex with someone, it's gonna try and kill you. Once you have sex with someone, it goes to that person, and if that person has sex with someone, it goes to that person. But no matter what, if it kills us, let's just say, Mike, you and I. We have sex.
Who has a demon?
And then you have a demon cock? So I have demon cock.
Yeah.
I give it to you, right? Then now you're infected.
And I know I'm dying?
Well, if I tell you, if you don't, you'll see it. It's creepy. The creepy part about the movie is that only we who have been infected can see it. Larry
you can
wouldn't
see it like in
Otis
somebody.
Wouldn't see it. No, it's walking around.
Oh, I thought it was in my cock.
No. It senses like
my cock's too small. It doesn't fit.
Oh, so it would follow you, bro. But if it kills you, it goes back to me. So no matter what, if you've people,
so you're gonna egg me on to bang somebody else.
Exactly. Well, for your own benefit. So
and
you
yours
want like 100
because otherwise I'll die.
Exactly. Yeah. So I thought that was a good analogy. The one that had like jump scares but also suspense. Thank you very much. Was did you watch Babadook?
Never.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, definitely.
That one had some jump scares because you said it Sinister. I'd probably say. Did you see that one? Had
I can't handle horrors.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea.
Really?
I've seen some and.
Yeah, I didn't used to like it, but I don't know what happened. I don't like. Do you like a lot of blood, or is it more just like the kind of like the jump scare that gets you?
The jump, the come out of nowhere, just anticipating it.
Yeah, because I was going to say like the blood aspect. You know, there's some people. There's just like any
gore.
genre. They love gore. I'm like that.
What is it?
Well, House of 1,000
or Chainsaw, whatever.
Yeah, like or like Saw, like the Saw movies.
Saw is what I was
thinking. Yeah, like that's like the first one, and then they made 8 of them. I'm like, all right, you guys are making way too much. The latest It though, I was just gonna say quickly because I read the book recently. The latest one I thought was really good. You know that there's gonna be a second one now.
Right?
Did you watch ever the original one or no?
Right. The second one's when they get older, and then they come back to it comes back to haunt them.
Yeah,
older.
Yeah, no, that's I see. I like that. We were talking before about like in one of the previous podcasts about Star Wars, like kind of like commercial considerations and then putting out a good. I thought it hit all the right notes. Like, that's a movie that you could watch a few times.
This one was a remake or this was a part 2?
Well, it's a remake. Yeah, it's a remake.
Which is movie. It was an old movie.
Yeah, it was like 1990.
Yeah,
It was
that's a
TV
different
movie.
conversation too, though, than
What?
making 9 episodes.
Oh yeah,
That's totally different.
Yeah, not trying to get back in it. Okay, so we got some suspense. We got Interstellar.
Yeah, what's top 5 sci-fi, just randomly? So, yeah, Interstellar's good.
Interstellar's a
I like
great
it.
choice. I actually get straight up emotional every time I
It's
see
good.
it.
It's
Where
good.
he says that line, I forget, I think it's like the robot, like Tars, that says to Matthew McConaughey, to Coop, he says, it's impossible. And he's like, no, it's necessary. Then he starts docking and they play like the heroic music. Every time. Yeah, every time. I'm like, damn, this guy's my hero. Yeah, I'd be so out. Like, as soon as I saw, like, you know, when they land on the first planet and it's water, I'm like, yeah, no one can live on this. Let's get out of there. And meanwhile, they're like, wait a second. Like, let's do a reading. What's wrong with this? They waited for it. Or, you know, Matt Damon, when they land on his planet, the ice planet, and they're like, and they take a look at it and like, this is habitable. And he's like, yeah, it's totally. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, this is the ice world. Let's go to, yeah, I'm out. So what are some of the sci-fi movies then?
I like the new age sci-fi. I don't like old school sci-fi films. It would be like Martian.
I like Martian a lot. That was on TV. I just watched that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Definitely. Saw Passengers. I thought that was okay.
That's with I didn't.
Is that the one about language or no?
No.
What's the one about language?
That's the one with Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt. So I'm actually going to just have the spoil revealed on myself. I don't care if anyone hears it. What's the plot twist, dude? Because like they're both passengers, part of this giant ship. Are they like robots? Like what's the twist? Just give me the twist right now.
I can't do that.
Fine. All right. I'll check it out then. I'll check because it was one of those like trailers. So I was like, and then I just never went around to watching it. Yeah, and then I don't know if I'll ever watch just because there's so many movies coming out every year. But I wanted to circle back to something just quickly, the bodybuilding, and say when we say about like what's like the next level, like you got to keep like Jackass style, you got to keep like doing the next thing. What's going to come after this bodybuilding show then, Larry, for you?
Clean bulk to 290, and then the U.S. Open. So
What's that? Mayish?
That's in May. So basically raising the 275 record, then the 308 record later in the year.
What's the goal with bodybuilding? Just to do it? To get after it or what?
I eventually get my pro card, but I hear from Stan that you don't have to be so concerned with your pro card. Once you go pro, then the next step is Olympia.
Right.
And I don't know how I feel about being Olympia in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I do want to wait and see how classic division is going to turn out. Right now, I'm too big. I'd have to cut down to 240.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused by the divisions now because like. Just explain that when you say classic.
Classic's like 6 at my height. I'd have to be on stage no heavier than 240.
It's just like a big physique guy, yeah?
Yeah, a bigger physique guy, maybe like 15, 20 pounds.
I think they're trying to emulate Arnold with it.
Yeah, because
but who knows where anything goes? Because it's all judging and all like pop culture, right? Like
the trends. Well, I do think I don't know. You guys tell me. Do you think that bodybuilding went too far in terms of physiques, where like people were getting up to like 330, like or 300? You guys think that? Because there are, you know, I'll make like a video and I'll just say like whatever. The X frame as they call it, like a shout out to Ronnie Coleman, like where they just have like there's like super big, or a big Rami is a guy now where they're just like massive. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's cool, but like, what happened to like a flex wheeler, like let's say like 20 years ago, or like we talk about Arnold, and so
HGH and insulin happens.
Yeah. And so do you think classic is kind of the future of that like style, where it's like more aesthetic, like it just like more people like that? Like, do you think that?
It's definitely way more mainstream. It's a breath of fresh air to bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Even I don't want to be a 330-pound bodybuilder.
That's what I mean.
You know?
When you said, what are you going to push it to? Because you said 290.
Yeah.
Let's take the 275 record again, you said? Or
308, you said?
For both. So I don't want to be 300 only because...
But you think you can do it at 290?
I think I can do it at 290. Yeah.
So what are the numbers? What's the breakdown?
What's the breakdown here?
So Eric's total is 2369.
Okay.
Yeah. And... my goal, even though...
what's your record right now, 275?
2275.
2275. Okay.
And this is sleeved.
This is sleeved.
Yeah, those are no jokes.
Eric, to beat his record, I need a perfect day.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I would need a 9 for 9. I need to hit every lift.
Would you be the first person? Because I know people like Dan Green, for instance, has held 2 records in 2 weight classes. I think Ed Cohen also had.
At some point, Ed probably had 3.
Ed had 3. You'd probably be the first person to have 3 records at the same time.
Are those current right now? Do you still have 242 and 275?
Dude, they're still current.
Yeah, if you had all 3 at the same time, you might be one of very few.
Yeah.
It's just day and age.
Yeah, Eric might have had 2. Eric might have had 275 and 308 at some point.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know anyone who has 3. That's
maybe Ed Cohen back in the day.
I'm pretty sure Ed Cohen dominated.
Yeah, maybe 198, 220, and some 242 stuff.
And I will say this. I do think it's cool. Like, hopefully, it brings more attention towards powerlifting, like you doing some bodybuilding. Because us here, like I see, like you're like rocking like a 8-man strong shirt. Like just like one of the things like we're kind of into lifting, like cool. But like, bodybuilding is still way bigger in the fitness industry. Powerlifting, like
still underground.
Yeah, still underground. Like maybe bring some attention to it, but like also you've always seen like I've seen strongman competitors that then try bodybuilding, or like there were guys like stand efforting. For you to be able maybe to do high level powerlifting and then also place well in bodybuilding would be, I think, really cool to maybe bring some attention.
Absolutely. And I think they complement you. I think you need to do, if you're powerlifting, you need to do bodybuilding movements. You need muscle mass to lift more weight. And then if you're bodybuilding, I think just to keep yourself in it for the long run, for longevity, powerlifting is a nice breath of fresh air. I'm sure bodybuilders get tired of doing the same training year round. Yeah. And then maybe they'll lose motivation. Yeah. I think you also build muscle doing heavy deadlifts and squats that you can't build, doing, say, for example, maybe
dense muscle.
Yeah, and you can just see your progress. You can't measure your arms every day, just pray they grow. But you can hit a deadlift
10 pounds on a deadlift. Yeah. I just have the one question about that, Larry, because, I did your 6-week program and I don't look like you. So I'm just wrong. Like, what did I miss something there? Or do I have to do a few more curls? What's going on here, bro?
You know what? You're just missing BTC. You need a good hype man.
Oh, there you go. BTC. We need that. Yeah. Can you explain? So for those that don't know, power, what you guys say, or like I heard. Actually, hold on. Let me go on a quick aside. I heard one step further. I'm trying to think of the person that said this, but everyone has a different hype ritual when they compete. Like Couch Jeremy Hamilton, the guy that helped me out, he set the 220 record a few years ago. He's like a silent guy. When he competes, like he'll just be like stoic, do his thing. The only time I ever heard him say anything is like for his 3rd attempt squat. He just went up to the bar and said yes, and then squatted it. And there's other people, that get like super hyped up and start slapping.
Yeah, my boy Tom Callis is smashing his head on the bar.
Yeah, like just like ready to kill someone. I heard, I don't know. See, I don't want to butcher the story, so I'm gonna let you say what you actually do, Larry. But like, I heard either after you do it or before, it's like positive hype. Like where either you're saying like power to yourself. Is it before, or after, or you're celebrating before it happens? Like what's kind of your ritual?
My ritual, I got some ammonia inhalant. Yeah. I like sip it out of my nose stroke bottle. Yeah. I don't know if it's an addiction at this point or it's really making a difference. That makes me less timid to go after the weight, because I'm always thinking about, what if I hurt myself? So the ammonia makes me think like I'm going to kill this. I got this. Yeah. Just execute. Not like, I might hurt myself. Yeah. And then afterwards, I used to slap myself in the back of the neck. Yeah. But now it's just more kind of...
By yourself? You would slap your own neck?
I would slap my own neck.
That's amazing. Because a lot of hype men will be the back slap. I can't reach my neck. Yeah,
I can't do that, dude.
Yeah, that's great.
I can't slap myself to get high. I need someone else, because then I know like how like hard I'm going to be hitting myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Let's go, Mikey. Little love tap.
Let's go, buddy. Yeah.
No more neck slap. You erased it from the routine?
I had to, because I would deadlift and then I'd wipe all the chalk off my sweaty neck. Yeah. And I grabbed the bar. There's no chalk on my hands, so I had to stop.
So I heard maybe, was it after then where you say, like, is it power that you say, Larry, or is there anything?
Oh, no. I don't say anything before or after the set.
Okay.
I might curse at the bar or something. Yeah. But I'm not actually saying some hype. It's him. He's saying all the hype. Oh. Yeah.
He's a real hype man. It's not just a phrase. Yeah.
So what do you think the role of a hype man is when it comes to lifting? Like, do you think it has positively impacted
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and DJ Jazzy Jeff, or what?
Yeah. It's like you guys are better together. Like, what do you think? Has it helped you out?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't be here without a good hype man like BTC. Yeah, that's
BTC.
For sure. Yeah. It just makes it more fun. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I'm going to the gym. It's not my career. It's just to have fun. I love working out. And with BTC, it just makes it more fun.
I need a nickname for you. I want to call you like White Michael Jackson or something, but I don't know if it'd be the same thing. The same amount of hype.
I'm the black Michael Jackson.
You're a black Michael Jackson. There you go. I was going to say that I think a good training environment, like you said, you guys kind of met because like you're the big dog at the gym, and then you see the new guy come in and he's like repping what you do, and you're just like, God damn, like, all right. It's like one of those things you ever do that in school where like the new kid comes in or you're the new kid, and like you kind of see each other and you're like, fuck that guy. I don't like that guy. And then you start fighting and then eventually become friends. It's kind of like just a natural thing that happens. So what do you see for yourself, Otis, like when it comes to training and stuff? Because you got hella muscle. You're strong. What do you want to do?
You know what? I actually want to progress myself too. To be, I guess, a top accomplished powerlifter also too.
Very cool.
But at the same time also, I want to be a little aesthetic. I actually lost like about 20 pounds.
Nice.
Following his program, the off-season bodybuilding program.
Yeah, what's the thing I see on your Instagram where you say the Grim Reaper stole it from me? Like, what's that mean?
What the Grim Reaper pump, basically. That's what we say. Like, you know, every time you work out, you think you have a couple of reps. You think you do, but once that pump comes, it's like basically stops you. So that's always hate the Grim Reaper.
Okay. Yeah, like a ghost walk.
Yeah, like a ghost walk. Yeah, just steals a couple of reps.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And then the gym that you guys train at is that Mount Vernon. Right, because I was going to say, just like as kind of a final thing, it's still disappointing to go to different places, like because it's not in Manhattan, it is in New York, right? But like you would think with everyone on Instagram posting about lifting, like kind of powerlifting becoming more popular, there'd be more good gyms all around. But like it's sometimes it's hard to find a good gym.
It's a business city, a lot of Equinox.
Yeah,
a lot of commercial gyms. Yeah,
that's everywhere. I mean, it's LA. Yeah, that's everywhere.
Yeah, like I what do you call it? Yesterday when we went to train, I went to like a commercial gym, and there's this dude, or like 2 days ago, and there's this dude just doing like deadlifts inside of a Smith machine with like 25 pounds on either side, but like slamming the weight, and then like he did like a bicep like pose. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, yeah, I try to Google like the best gym, but like there's nothing there for us to train, so it's just a big disappointment.
Like I said, you see Mount Vernon, you'll see it's one of the best facilities I think I've been to out here in New York.
I only have one requirement before we go and wrap this up. I need the BTC experience. Like I need the
you want a mini hype to close this thing out?
No. I mean for the
for the video.
For the video that we're gonna do. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's have you close it out. Let's have you just give us a little bit of hype, Otis, to close this out. It's the Mama's Boys podcast. Larry, thanks for being on. Otis, thanks for being on.
No problem.
We wish you. So you're going to be competing in a week, you said.
Yes.
And you're 260 right now, and then you plan on taking 3 records.
I do. Yeah. Two this year.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, good luck with all that. And then what's the division once again you're competing in? It's not classic.
It's open bodybuilding.
Open bodybuilding. Oh, so that you technically would be competing against guys like Big Ramy, like on if hypothetically you compete in the same
category.
Damn.
Yeah.
I need just like a power from you or something, bro. Otis, to close it out. Power. I like when you say that. When you say like, what do you say? You say like, come on, Larry. Like, yeah, and then you say like power and stuff.
Yeah,
it's fucking great. Yeah,
really an app for him where you just like
you could put that thing and play it out.
That would be
app, right?
The hype app.
Yep.
Not a bad idea,
Mike.
Now 1 million people are going to steal it. Ladies, we appreciate you. Be sure to give this goddamn thing a rating and review. We'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye.